Hello, everybody. Hey, I'll be with you on a second here. I want to look at something other. I ain't seen the chat come up yet. Hey, Larissa, I see you on there now. I'll be with y'all in just a second. Hey, Dawn, how you go? Drummer son? Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? Terry Bean, Joyce, Peggy Cravens. Hey, Peggy, I think you're a special kind of person. I would like to meet you one day. Probably won't. You know, but you to me, Peggy, you stand out. You stand out in the crowd. Alrighty. Oh, hey, Rebecca, Sophia, Nicole. Oh, is the world enough? Hey, Tanya. Hey, I'm just going to be talking today. I guess I won't do no flips or no push-ups this time. What y'all say, I just get on here and talk about is the world enough? Now, I've been thinking about is the world enough? But like, I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about my world. I'm talking about your world. I'm talking about Tammy's world, Stephen's world, Grandma's world. I might have to explain that, I know. Uh, you know, are you satisfied? Hey, little bug. I ain't satisfied. I'll tell you right now, I ain't satisfied. My world ain't enough. Not for me. Not for me, it ain't. Hey, Joanne. You think about what you're doing today. And I ain't saying it ain't enough for you. I don't know about you, but I can tell you how to figure out because I done figured out. My world is not enough for me. But like you think about what you're doing today and what you're doing yesterday and the day before that day and the day before that day and the day before that day and the day before that day. Hey, Pam, this is a pretty big thing, what I'm talking about. Even though, it's water under the bridge. It's just water under the bridge. Hey, it's what I'm talking about. It's a passerby in the night. I don't have nobody around me that cares about the stuff I care about. You know, well, let me change that. Tammy cares, but she's not interested in what I'm interested in. And nobody around me is. But I have a broad mind. It it goes way beyond laying here on this couch making a video. It goes way beyond playing them drums over there. Them drums was a challenge, but that's over now. I don't need to be no expert drummer. There's no need for me to try to be an expert drummer. That's, hey, it's something to do, ain't it? But there's no need for me being a bit better than I am right now. Do you think because you think so much, it's hard to be still? uh, I don't know. I'll try to get it out to y'all. And I can tell you like how I can do it. That's Steven's channel right there that you're looking at. I guess I could zoom in on it soon. Let me try to. Let me see if I can do it without messing up. Oh. Little man wants to cuddle. I'll be right back in a few. Okay, Don. Hey, Don, I know you'll be back. Let's see, where was I at? Oh, yes, Steve. Like, like, look at what Steven's doing this week. And y'all know what he's doing this week. He probably set a world's record of being online. And, talking and singing and singing and talking and talking and singing. Whenever he gets back online, this is what he's looking forward to Monday morning. Talking and singing and singing and talking and talking and singing. It might take me a few minutes, but I'm going to get through to every one of you. Oh my gosh, you're not sounding emotionally like yourself. You've given up. You ate. Okay. Yeah, I might be. Might be giving up. Might be. What I'm doing ain't enough for me. Oh, I'm somebody that figures things out and learn and figure. Learn and figure. And then I'll conquer it. You know what? My mama, Tammy, or Stephen, they don't have no idea what all I know. Especially my mom. Yeah, this is hey, this ain't no emergency, uh, breakdown of the mind or nothing like that by no means. But, I'll kind of get to the point, or what little bit of point there is. I wished I was somewhere where I made a difference. Where what I do matters. Like that made things better. That it improved things. Instead of watching this TV, watching these lies on the news. You know, I had made a video for Mom, and I think it was man, I don't remember if it was last Thursday or yeah, I think it was Thursday. I made a couple little videos down here. I had her. Yeah, it was. Cause I made them, like before she went live, just a couple little short videos. And I've made her quite a few videos y'all don't know about. But she said, I was showing how to do something. And I said, well, take it and put it in Power Director. And I walked her through the steps of how to make that video longer. Does any of y'all know what happened? Does any of y'all know what happens when you make a video longer? I ain't talking about adding to it. You take that video from like 1 minute to 2 minutes. Does anybody knows what happens when you do that? I'm going to give y'all a minute to answer that. The question is, if you take a video that's a minute long and you make that video 2 minutes long without adding anything to it, do you know what it does to that video? Now, see, this is the world I live in. People don't have a clue. about me. I used to, I used to build computers and sell them. Brand new computers. Well, it's all right to guess, Sophie. Hey, this is the world I live in, Sophie. My mom said, I didn't have no idea you could do that. That doing that. I used to replace motherboards in computers. It's kind of a challenge too, whatever was wrong with somebody's computer, I'd fix it. Well, you know, somebody to have their computer like won't even come on. How do you get pictures off a computer that won't even come on? All right. Back to my question. What if you take a 1 minute video and make it 2 minutes long? What does it actually do? And it's just as simple as it can be, y'all. It puts the video in slow motion. If you take that 1 minute video and slow it down to a half a minute, that video will be in fast motion. Fast motion. Hey, Sophie, you got a hard drive you got a computer that you can't cut on? I got something I'll show you here. I ain't even thought about showing it, but I'll show it. So, y'all, I live beyond a simple life. Way beyond. I think way beyond simple life. See this thing right here? This thing right here. This plug in. That's a hard drive out of a laptop right here. This part right here is a hard drive. You take this gadget that I bought and you plug it in to a computer that works. And you can go in there and get everything off of this hard drive. Like, sounds like it would be hard, don't it? And it's just as simple as taking the hard drive out of whatever you're working on, plugging this thing in, plugging this to your laptop or your computer, and go in to this hard drive and get the stuff off of it that you want to get. Let me put this up and I'll finish telling you. And then, once you get everything off of that hard drive that you want, you take it and put the hard drive back into the laptop. And you put a disk in there to rerun the Windows. And then you take that thing after you get the windows reran. That ain't exactly what they call it, but I'm saying it like so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Rerunning the windows on your computer. You take that thing where you got the pictures and plug it back into your new reran windows and move all of that to your windows, your new windows that's been swiped clean. And then you go out there to Office Max and you buy what they call an external hard drive. And you take all the stuff that you want to keep the rest of your life and you put it on hard drive. No, it don't clean it out, but it's to where you can go in there and look at everything. Uh, like whatever's on that right there, what I just showed you right there, whatever's on there, see, I don't even remember. That's a whole computer. That thing I just showed you. That's the whole entire computer. See, once you take that stuff off of that hard drive right there, that's what that is a hard drive. Once you take that stuff back off of there, you can put it back in your computer after you fix it, make it where it'll come on. And then you got it all again. Yeah, that's right. Keep the stuff you want to say. I got 2 external hard drives. You know what? You know what each one of them's got on it? I got 2 identical big hard drives. They big. What I mean is they have a lot of space. They like in the trigabyte, not gigabyte. Both of them hard drives has got the same thing on both of them. So instead of just having one hard drive, I bought 2 and I put exactly the same thing. You can copy everything from one hard drive over to the other hard drive. So they are identical. If one tears up, I got a backup. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. Uh, there's, there's people that listen to my voice a few minutes, and they think that, that like I'm dumb. Like they think a lot of people think people from Georgia is dumb. What I'm doing now, there's a use for me somewhere. There's a use for me somewhere important. Because I don't think like the ordinary person. And there's nothing wrong with thinking like the ordinary person. I ain't saying that's wrong or bad. But I think beyond what most people think. Oh, yeah. Hey, Sophie, you really wouldn't believe how, that's what I've always done. Just exactly what you're saying. But I've done and conquered a lot. Hey, son, my mama don't even know what all I have done. Oh, you know that thing I made, that solar water heater, there ain't nothing like it in the world. I didn't I didn't copy that from somebody on YouTube. Most of what you see on YouTube is copied from somebody. If you make 30, uh, let me try to see how to say it. If it's 30 degrees in the morning and you make something you put outside that makes water 125 degrees without energy, without a fire, without electricity, it just does it from the sun. I made something that you don't need a water heater. You hear me? You don't need a water heater. And you can't get underwater that's 125 degrees. That's too hot for you, a human. 125-degree water's hot. But I come up with something. I built right out there under my shelter. And it's 60 gallons of hot water. 60. Oh yeah, thank you, Jody. Yeah, I understand that. So you know that people could have done this right here before electricity was invented. You heard grandma, talking about taking showers. I mean, not a shower, but hell, I reckon they might have had a bathtub, but they didn't have no running water. But I piped my water heater right down inside the house. There's a line that runs right inside the house. I don't know why people, you know, I'll come along here and make something that you ain't never seen on the internet before. Love to all. Got to go to bed. Have a blessed night, Danny. All right, little bug. Glad you come in there. Well, hey Pam, I read that there, and I'm getting older now. I can't get out there and run a chainsaw no more. I can't do what I used to do. But like my thinking is better than ever, you know. And I told y'all some stuff that I told you like the greatest thing I ever done. I can't even tell nobody about it. Only a handful of people know about it. That means about 3 people. You still have purpose, just a different way of applying it. Yeah, I ain't thought about that. But that may be true. But I don't think this is it. I don't. I don't. Knowledge is powerful. You're brilliant. Yeah, thank you, Jody. That's why, yeah, I don't think most people understand me. I'm wild. I'm smart. I'm crazy. I'm caring. I'm a bunch of things all in one. Uh, yeah, I am bored. Hey, I definitely bored. Uh, I'm not, Rebecca, I read that. And by the way, hey, Yolona. Hey, thank you, Yolona. I actually just read that. Uh, that right there is Stephen's real time. That means that's what the views he's getting right now. So, let me show you something here. So, whoever this person is right here, they watching Stephen's video right now. They didn't watch it an hour ago. Every time a line pops up here, see that line pop up there? That means at least 2 people clicked on that in 1 minute. And if 3 click on it, well, the minute's gonna move now, so it'll start another line. So here's what I want to say about that right there. It's real time. He broke a world record filming last week. A world record. Y'all know how much he sang and talked. I'm getting the same amount of views as he is right now. Well, I got my real time right here. I got my real time right here. He was getting 3 more views an hour than me. Think about that. And you may not even realize what I'm saying. There is no telling how many hours he filmed last week. And he's getting 3 more views an hour than me. You know, me and Tammy. See there? See that? I mean, I was looking at it before I got on. Because I got something I got to figure out on Steven's channel. I told him about it today. I told him there was something I was fitting to figure out. Before I started getting this video, he was getting 3 more views an hour than me. 3. And if I took my other channel, the Southern Ideas, I'm beating him all to pieces. And if I add my third channel, Danny S Hodges or Danny Stephen, whatever it is, it's my original first channel, I am beating the brakes off of it. But this ain't about, somebody was like, oh, he's competing against his son. I wish my son was getting damn triple what I get. But he ain't. How did it work any harder than what he worked? Yeah, that's right. I went back and read that. This ain't what I'm saying at all, but it's the only way I know how to make you understand where I am. Imagine you being with, 5th graders all day. And I'm not with 5th graders all day, but I am on another level. I mean, I know I am. And I've thought about going back playing cards. I hate playing cards. Hey, I done that. I've done it. And I made a living doing it. And I don't mean just enough to buy groceries neither. I made a lot of money. Money got a way of getting going, ain't it? Oh. You know what Stephen gonna do Monday morning? He's gonna be right back on this. And I mean, man, that's fine if you're satisfied. I ain't satisfied. And you know, when I'm talking to people and stuff, you know, I ain't talking about y'all, but when I'm talking to people in person, I can tell if they understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I know. I know if they don't understand. And half the people I talk to, they don't understand what in the hell I'm talking about. And I know it. You know, like, so I ain't just talking about me or Stephen. Like, you think about your husband. If you ain't got a husband no more, you think about what he done day after day after day after day. You could sit down and write a book. What he's gonna do when he gets out of that bed. You can write a book what he's gonna do from the time his feet hit the floor until the time he lays back down in that bed. And he'll do that same thing almost every day. Almost cussed. It's seeing in the dark. Hey, Elizabeth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying here is, it's not nothing to make the headline news. It by no means. But like you think about it, sit here and do the same thing every day. I'm sitting here laying on this couch making a video. AC Breeze, 43 minutes. I'm still confused. What are we talking about? Hey, I ain't seen you in here 43 minutes. If if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably ain't been paying attention. What did you do today, Nancy? Are you gonna do the same thing tomorrow that you done today? Is that you know? Grandma says I'm happy. I bet you I could go down there and stay with her a week, and I could write you what she's gonna do every day. And what I'm saying is it might be all right for you, but it ain't all right for me. And there's millions and millions and millions and billions of people doing just what I'm saying. I was thinking today, I'm always thinking, you little women, if you with somebody that's trying to crush your dreams, you need to get rid of them. Somebody, and this actually is men too. Now I know nobody don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But say you wanted to do something in your community. Let's just say you wanted to go help the homeless out. But then you got a man that ain't standing behind you, or a woman that ain't standing behind you. They're your damn worst enemy. I bet you're starting to understand what I'm saying now. Tammy does some stuff that I don't sit there and try to crush her thoughts. No matter how dumb I think it is. And I have thought that before. You know, somebody you married or with somebody that's against you. Now, I'm not talking about Tammy. I'm seeing in the dark because I know it's out there. I know enough to know it's out there. You know, don't put that makeup on. I don't like all that makeup. Somebody that ain't doing something for your benefit. Somebody that's doing stuff against you for their benefit. What's good for them is according to how they talk to you. What's good for them. And a lot of times, you can see that in somebody. You don't. It don't do no good to tell them, does it? You you have a young'un. You raised all your life, and this works two ways. They can get with a boy that's lying to them, and we're smarter than the youngins think we are. We're a hell of a lot smarter than the youngest think we are. We've been around. Or a girl that's making every poke in the book. Don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Tammy, there's a hell of a lot of that goes on. Actually, too much of that kind of thing. You know, your youngin' that believed in you. Y'all, Tammy's in the bed. I got to let this dog out. Just hold on a second. Bulldog, that's you doing all that? Come on. Hey, I had to let the dog out. See, I talked to a bunch of y'all. Let me read this comment. Hey, that's right, Jody. You know, young people, they know more than you, you know. They know more than us. You know, we don't know what we're talking about, you know. You know, not so much lately, but like over the years on this YouTube, there's a lot of people that don't talk to their kids. But it ain't, or their kids are not allowed to talk to their mama or their daddy. You know that fits into what I was saying. If you're with somebody that's against you, and they doing the stuff that's good for them, yeah. Well, they won't. Hey, they won't use the bathroom in here, but they won't stop. That was lady doing all that whining, but it's bulldog right there with her, wanting to go out. But hey, that's what I do, y'all. Hey, that ain't enough for me. Get up letting them dogs out. Oh, when I was young, I set my goal too low. You know, like, you know, after high school, I set my goal too low. I used to make goals all the time, long time ago. I used to make goals. And I would always bust that goal wide open. And even though the roofing business was good to us, uh, that was a real low goal for me. Let me see what Elizabeth's saying here. For someone to not encourage you or just want you to drag you down all the time, then they aren't worth it. That's right, Elizabeth. You know, I'm not educated, y'all. And a lot of times, just like Elizabeth there, Elizabeth's college educated, y'all. But like, she understands what I'm saying. And I know almost all of y'all realize what I'm saying. Except the woman that come in here a while ago that said 43 minutes and still didn't know what I was talking about. So y'all can see in the dark. But Elizabeth just seen in the dark. She knows what I'm talking about. And y'all can bring out the kind of stuff that I don't know how to say it. I mean, I say y'all do it all the time. Lima, hi, Daddy. You might have meant to say Danny. Hey there, Melissa. Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, a lot of times y'all can put stuff into better words than I can. And that's one thing I've heard before that people that cuss, just don't have much of a vocabulary. I can tell you, I don't have much of a vocabulary. I can't even hardly say vocabulary. Hey, I do wish I did know more, but I don't. But I'm different, you know. Uh, William Hall's brother. So let me tell y'all something that'll damn just blow you away. My mama, they have genius in their family. My mama. They say, oh, hey, let me roll up my britches leg. No, it's true. Hey, they might be smart in one way. Smarter than you ever can believe. But really and truly, like not so smart in another way. So the person that's judging the smart person, you got to be smart enough to know whether somebody's smart or not. You just can't be your average person walking around and assume somebody ain't smart. William had a brother, William Hall. And I know, oh, let me see. Well, instead of going down that rabbit hole, I'll just tell you this. Oh, he committed suicide. William's brother. He was real smart. And he come over here not too long before he done that and talked to me. And he reminded me what I told him one time. And he told me, and I remember telling him, I said, you may be too smart for your own good. I had told him years before he come over here that last time. And he reminded me of what I told him. You may be too smart for your own good. The smarter you are, the more things you think about. He's got he invented something one time, and he got a patent on it. Mama's half brother. And he made something one time. Yeah, it don't never shut down. It sure don't, even when I sleep. And I was telling my daddy, showing it to my daddy. My daddy said, oh, hell no. He's dumb as hell. You know who the dumb one was? My daddy was the dumb one. He wasn't smart enough to know that that guy was super smart. You don't never hear nobody talking about him. I don't know why. He memorized the Bible. And it was weird too. He didn't mean to be weird. And he wasn't always weird. But he lived in a world nobody else lived in. I don't know how you can be what he was in his head. Not to be going to college. No tech school. No nothing. He was just born with an amazing brain. And I'm telling you right now, and I told Mama not too long ago, I ain't never told her before. I told her she had genius in her family. What happens sometimes when you got genius in your family? You think the next youngin' that's gonna be born is gonna be a genius? Genius skips people. It skips family members. This actually what I'm telling you is genius. Right now. What I'm telling you right now is genius. You can have one in the family that's brilliant and at the verge of genius. And they can have a young'un that is special. You know what I'm talking about? And that's exactly this guy I'm talking about, William's brother. He had a young'un that I'm sure was probably, I mean, he might have been in special education. He might have been, he might have not. But he's not on a normal level to somebody else his age. I ain't saying he's dumb as hell and all that. But he's not even a thimble of what his daddy was. And mama, she can do anything she wants to do. But you put a computer in front of her face. And listen, she knows more than most about a computer. You know her age. I took her down and showed her, a bunch of stuff a long time ago. The stuff that normal people do on the computer. But that's how that is. Danny, I wish that we could sit and talk. It will never happen, but we were more alike in our thinking than you would ever believe. Hey, that's right, Sophie. That's right, so. So that's like, like, at one time, Mr. Magoo, now y'all know who that is. Now, his health just done went bad. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But like one time, he was a great man. At one time, when he was young. And look at that sorry young'un he had. Ain't never worked a day in his life. Everything handed to him. If you want to help your young'un, don't hand them everything. Make them work for, hell, we can give them this and give them that. We can help them, and we have helped. Hell, don't get me wrong, I ain't saying it like we ain't never helped. Hell, we've all helped our young'uns. And I even had a little bit of help myself. Mama's loaned me money about 3 times, I reckon. In my lifetime. You know, when I was young. But look at how Mr. McCoo's son turned out. Smoking crack. Probably anything he can get his hands on. And the same way, this man, Mama's half brother, they both got the same daddy. The same way, my daddy judged that man that I'm saying was a genius. I get judged like that. You don't know what all I be thinking. I ought to shut in at night. Yeah. Hey, I understand that, Tanya. I understand that. I understand it better than you do. And I talk to some women on the phone and stuff sometimes. Not too much, but a lot of people know how I am. And I guess that's the reason it gets brung up. But there's actually a lot of people like me that think and think and think. A lot of women, especially. You know, I mean, they thinking all the time, you know, they done already thought ahead of time. Okay, I read that there, Jody. Yeah, you know, a lot of people said that, people I talk to on the phone and stuff, they said that I say stuff that makes them think, makes them think about things. I can see a lot of stuff that I never say nothing about, and won't never say nothing about. I, I actually really believe that I have a little group of women that avoids me. And I know why. And other women know why too because they told me on the telephone. You know, when I start talking, whatever I'm talking about, I don't cut no slack. I tell it like it is, and I know how it is. But that's old stuff to me. That's old. You know, women think like I'm going to see through them. You understand that? And I can see pretty good. Hiding don't help. Already know. You know, I was talking about uh, Peggy Cravens. And you might think I'm always watching Stephen, and I'm always watching Grandma. And that's so far from the truth. But you'll see Peggy on Grandma's. Speaking to me and Tammy. And we're not even in chat. And that's why you don't see women like that every day. And I ain't saying that it's a bad thing if you don't. But she's pretty special. Because I see her doing that all the time. And some more too, you know. I see some more, you know, just, oh, she's a pretty special woman. Hey, Reverend Dream. And there's a lot of special women. I don't know how I ever got their phone number. You never see them in chat. Did I believe I could call up and say, I need you to get in your car and ride down here? I need some help. I believe they'd come. And some of them you've never even seen. Some of them, well, they watch. But they don't type nothing in that chat. Like I say, I don't know how I ever even got their phone number. Danny, let the dogs back in. Hey, Tammy, before I come back sit down, Sophie, I told Tammy to get up in 5 minutes and let them back in. Nah, hey, it's pretty cool here. Let's see. It's 35 degrees here according to my thing here I got on the coffee table. They, they might not be too much I can do about is the world enough. They might not be a whole lot I can do about it. I'd like to be doing all I can do right now. You know that not so much no more, but used to have people in the community where I live at. They would come to me. They had something they wanted to understand. And I would figure it out for them exactly to a T. See, there's a whole lot of lying goes on, see? You know, when I was talking about like, oh, somebody being against you, they don't just come out and tell you they against you. They cover it up. They cover it up. They ain't gonna tell you they lying for their own self. Don't expect that. You have to figure it out on your own. Because if you expect them to admit to it, you'll be sitting there holding your breath this time next year. Somebody just pulling some stuff, they ain't gonna admit to nothing. You got that right, Elizabeth. You know, lying to me don't do no good. Oh, like they think that they got away with lying to me. They might not be as successful lying as they think they are. I can see, like the news on TV, them's the lyingest people. Them's the lyingest people you ever seen. Let me read this comment here. Okay, yeah, okay, Alona. Alona said she didn't get a notification. Hey, this YouTube has done changed again, y'all. Like something I've noticed recently. Uh, they doing something now that they've never done. The truth is the best, even if it hurts sometimes. Hey, I don't know about that, Rebecca. I don't know about that. Hey, sometimes you might be forced to tell a lie. And we've all done it. But like lying every day to somebody that trusts you. The one that's doing the lying, you trust. You're around them all the time. Hey, somebody like that you don't know that good or something. Hell, they can come over there lying and you don't even care. We have looked into. Hey, what you talking about, Lona? Hey, there's something going on about them sale Twitter. I mean, uh, no, I don't. No, I mean, I don't mess with Twitter or X. And boy, like what they've been doing, all this time. They re- they refer to Mr. T as Hitler. And you know what? Yeah, I know that. Hold on. I know who owns it. And there's people that believe that. But like these news channels, their world is crumbling. There's already changes being made. You just might not be noticed it. There's already changes being made. There's people getting fired. It's like if you got 4 or 5 friends that you hang around with, one of them keeps messing up and lying and doing this and that, doing stuff you can't no longer go along with. You got to get rid of them, haven't you? You don't you don't want nobody to know that you back that person. I was telling a man some stuff one time. That's right, Alona. I was telling a man something one time. And like, I'll tell you something. If you get in an argument with me, or or yeah, hell, we'll call it an argument. When you talk, you better know what you're talking about when you're talking to me. Because I'm going to know what I'm talking about. I sit here and told this man something for 30 minutes. I backed him in every corner he come out of. And he said, I know all I need to know. That's how stupid he was. He don't even know how dumb he was. Now that's when you dumb. When you're so dumb, you don't know you're dumb. Now that's bad. Yeah. Hey, I guarantee you they don't like me, Alona. They know every word I'm saying right here. Every word. Yeah. Yeah, I get tired of that stuff, Alona. Uh, let's don't let's don't show Danny as much. Let's say stuff that you don't need to hear. You understand that? I was watching last night at the concert. After I quit playing, I seen Kimber on there talking about them drones flying around. And I thought she was joking. I thought she was kind of joking around about being scared. And I realized that she wasn't putting on. And I've been going to tell y'all a few things. But the government knows all about them drones since probably day two. You see how they standing up there telling you they don't know what it is, but everything's okay. They sitting there telling you right then. They telling you. They telling you. We don't know who it is, but it's okay. Land. Hey, I don't know if it's a drone company. I've heard them talking about it's a drone company. You know, I mean, there's a military base right there. You think they're gonna let drones get around that military base? I would assume everybody would know better than that. Hey, Miss Pat. But I mean, I guess they don't. And then, they get up there with the drones 6 days a week, testing, flying, doing whatever they doing. And then some youngins in the neighborhood, they decide they're gonna do it. And how the people right there in that town's looking up there and oh my God. So you actually got something planned there that the government's doing or the government knows about. And then you got a bunch of idiots that's gonna get in on the fun of let's terrify these people. Think the president? No, nobody don't know about them drones. The governor. I don't. We don't know what they're doing, but there's no need to be afraid. There's something else I was going to tell y'all too. But while I'm remembering that, you see them on TV like pounding uh, Elon. Is that what his name is? Leon. You see them pounding him. They're trying to knock him out of the saddle before he ever gets in it. Elon. Hey, that's all they're doing. You think, and it ain't actually the newspaper, Elon Musk. It ain't actually the one that's sitting there reading the teleprompter. They reading what was put in front of their face. What somebody typed. Tammy's watching TV, we was watching something the other day. She said, that woman's reading. I said, they all reading. That's not their opinion. They reading what somebody else wrote. You see them attacking Elon. They're trying to knock him out of the saddle. The rest of them too. They'll go through them. They'll go through all of Mr. T's picks one by one and try to knock him out of the saddle. They'll give it their best shot. Whoever you hear talking against, they telling you who's important. Because you sure can't believe a word that comes out of their mouth. Hitler killed 6 million people, did he? But he's like Donald Trump. And you had to explain that to me, Melissa. Sounds like a fragrance for women. Danny, don't be mad, but dog is back. Yeah. Hey, I told you a while ago that Tammy got up and let them back in. Hey, I don't know. I don't know about that, Alona. Here's what happens, Alona. They keep putting good apples in the barrel with the bad apples. I bet you understand that, don't you? But I think things is gonna be better. I do remember the other thing I was gonna tell y'all. They had this thing about the government was gonna shut down. I think it would have been tonight. At 12 o'clock. It would have shut down. And by the way, all them people, they can't go home. If the government is shut down, they can't go home for Christmas. They have to hang around there. All right, hold on. I got to quit reading for a minute. About to made me lose my thought now. Hey, here's what they doing. They went in there and wrote 1,500 pages up And they passed these 1,500 pages out to people to read 3 days before the vote. And Eon read them. He read it. And people don't read that stuff. People you put in there, they don't read that stuff. They might look at it, read a little bit of it, okay. But they had stuff in there that was going to tie Mr. T's hands. I was trying to tell y'all a little bit about that concert last night for like, you know, a minute ain't long enough to tell you, but there's stuff that can be done that can't be undone. You know, for 8 or 10 years. Like, for example, there's stuff that Mr. T done when he was in office that is still applied to this day because it couldn't be undone. Like, one of them was tax breaks, and it's fitting to run out, see. That was one of the things, tax breaks. But they had a bunch of stuff in this bill that was going to tie Mr. T's hands behind his back. He wasn't going to be able to do nothing about it if it went through. I mean, it was going to fix him. It was going to fix him up where he wasn't going to be able to do a lot of stuff he's wanting to do. And that Elon called him up. Elon called him up. And Mr. T said, everybody that votes for this, we're going to primary you. And Elon is going to pay for somebody to put you out of office. Get somebody else in there. Whenever they went to vote, they voted it down. And people that do that stuff, they like that stuff. I can't imagine wanting to be up there and all that lying and butt kissing. I wouldn't be able to do it. And I was watching a woman the other day. She's new on the news, which I've seen her before. She said, I've been in this town 4 months. And I don't know which one she was talking about. She was talking about congressmen and senators and stuff. She's a pretty woman. But they thought she was low enough on the totem pole that she would just be thrilled to go lay down with them. Understand what I'm saying? That she would be thrilled about it instead of somebody like, a woman like Tulsi Gabbard. They would never dare go there with her. She's high enough on the totem pole. They would never dare ask her to go be with them for one night. But there was this woman that's new in Washington. And I seen her talk. I knew what the hell she was talking about. And she was just about mad enough to say the names. All them people's married, y'all. That girl ain't. The girl ain't that's talking about it. But all them men's married. But they thought she was low enough that she would be thrilled to go be with a big shot. How you like that for truth? If I was up there, I'm sure I'd be worse than Mr. T. So let me tell you like this right here. What if where Tammy worked at, or where you work at, or where you used to work at, we'll just say Tammy, where she works, and let's say do they want somebody to come in there and clean up the mess? Somebody type something, make sure this thing's working. The people where Tammy works at, that's goofing off, talking on their phone all day. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it done, you're still young enough to be about this in your community. Hey, look at Mother Earth there, y'all. You think they want somebody like Mr. T, Leon, all them people? He's gonna go in there and try to clean it up. You think they won't? You think them people where Tammy works at wants to see somebody come in there clean it up? Or they want the old people in there where the girls can go up there and play up to the boss man a little bit. And then he simply acts like a schoolboy instead of doing his damn job. That's what you're seeing right here. But it's on a big scale. They don't want them in there. And you know, this is what, hey, that's right. Oh, Mother. And see, this is like, you know, is the world enough? Like, if I was up there, I mean, I don't need no position. Man, I just need to be where I can walk in there and tell Mr. T something and then walk out. And then walk back in there when I had something else. It's it's all a big old joke to me. Them women on the View. Hey, I got you alone. Them women on the View, like, hey man, they lost their mind. I'm really surprised either one of them's got a husband. you know, they started out. They hated white, old white men. Y'all remember that? They started out. They hated old white men. Look who they got up there. You know, do you know that I'm probably not going to get very many views on this video right here? Just because of the stuff I done said already. Hard to believe, ain't it? If you got Facebook, sometimes you wonder if anybody sees what you posted or what you wrote. It's according to what you posted or what you wrote, whether they seen it or not, whether many people seen it or not. Is anything gonna change about Facebook? I seriously doubt it. The man that owns Facebook, he went out there and met with Donald Trump. He hates Donald Trump. But they gave him $1 million. I don't think that's going to buy him a get out of jail free card with Mr. T. I think he just took the $1 million. That's what I think. They're watching you. You have been on the radar a long time. Yeah, they are. Yeah, this video won't get many views just because of that. And I'll tell you something else that it'll process a long time. A real long time. This video right here probably won't get processed till tomorrow. Sometimes it's like the next day, the afternoon. And that's why I forget about it. But YouTube has an algorithm knows it's a good video. And if I don't get to it and take all them ads off, man, they'll have an ad every 2 minutes. Y'all want to let's go to bed? Or y'all want to talk 10 more minutes? Without that chat moving, it messes me up. Yeah. Almost everything is alone. It's a whole lot worse than you. It's a whole lot worse than you think. Still listening, mother? Y'all know that stuff that Tammy's got? That sinus stuff. Like, I think I'm getting it. You know that? The war stuff you see on TV. Man, ain't that the dumbest thing? I mean, like, think about it. Think about the town you live in the town next to you, and y'all was just destroying one another's town. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. And another town is giving the money to do it. Like, I usually can figure stuff out, but that is about the dumbest thing I believe I ever seen. They just tearing up one another's town. And we paying for it. You know, them people up yonder, what we pay them, they think it's their money. Okay, hey, hello, Helen. Hey, y'all. I say we do it again another day. I really didn't get through with Is the World Enough? What I need is somebody 24 years old to write me a script and put it on a teleprompter. Not my words, their words. The way it is on the news. That's what I need to do. Write me a script and I read it off of this computer here, what they tell you. Hey, y'all, I enjoyed it. We'll see y'all, well, let me say this before I go any further. Hey, Grandma's gonna video Christmas and cook, same as she always does. So, we'll all be down there Christmas. So y'all can look forward to Grandma cooking. I showed her the other day on her audit retention. I showed her how much y'all liked it on her audit retention. You understand? Hey, there wasn't nobody speeding through the video because I can read all that. If they speeding through it or just normally watching it, I know how to read the audit retention. You know how long I've been telling her about the cooking? I can tell you I've been telling her a long time. You know what she says? They don't want to see that. She went in there and burned a bunch of stuff and she's cleaning up stuff. I said, why didn't you film it? They don't want to see that. I said, yes, they do. She hardly agrees with me about almost anything. I have to prove it. But see, I already knew because I can see in the dark. Hey, y'all, I enjoyed it. Y'all have a good night. Look forward to Stephen on Monday morning, singing and talking and talking and singing and singing and talking. I'm going to be doing just what I'm doing right now. Maybe make some edited videos. Good night, everybody. Good to see y'all. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, yeah. Tell your neighbor that's in there. Hey, thank you, Yolanda. Tell all your friends and everything in there. Tell everybody, hey, some of y'all, you know what? Some of y'all talking about, I don't like them. You got some women that don't like the other women, some women don't like the other women, and it goes around in a circle. Ain't no need to be like that. Tell your neighbor hi, y'all. Hey, we'll see y'all next time. Bye, 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 bye.